Cloud giants, innovative disruptors. One big question: which platform truly delivers? On the left, Microsoft Azure, enterprise-grade cloud scale and versatility. And on the right, Linode. Simple, powerful cloud with developer-friendly pricing. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real differences. We'll score every category so you'll know exactly who leads by the end. You might be surprised by the final outcome. Alright, so here's our battle board for today. We're talking about price, global reach, performance and reliability, features and flexibility, support and community, security, integrations and ecosystem, and ease of use. Pretty much everything that matters if you're picking a cloud provider in 2025. First off, let's talk money, because come on, who isn't thinking about price? Azure, it's got discounts if you commit long-term, and it bills by the gigabyte, the hour, and pretty much everything you can think of. But honestly, their pricing is kinda like decoding a mystery novel. Separate charges for compute, storage, bandwidth. It can get confusing real quick. On the other hand, Linode keeps things chill. Their pricing is super clear, starts at $5 a month and you get a healthy chunk of data transfer thrown in. No hidden bits, no surprise fees unless you go wild with enterprise specs. Oh, and here's the kicker. For most folks, that simple pricing just wins. Next up, global reach. Azure, okay, they're flexing here. 60+ data centers spread out over 5 continents. No joke, that's wild geographic coverage. Although, and I gotta be honest, latency can sometimes bounce around depending on where you are. Linode is no slouch, 24 data centers across 4 continents. But yeah, it's not quite as epic coverage as Azure. So if you're thinking big worldwide, Azure takes this one. Alright, performance and reliability. Speaking of muscle, Azure has a mountain of instance types. You want high power, you got it. Enterprise-level SLAs? Yup. But sometimes, depending on what and where you run things, performance can jump or dip. Linode may not have as many options but gets mad respect for solid, steady performance. Their VPS uptime is kind of legendary for devs and small businesses. Sure, Linode doesn't go all out for high-performance computing or megascale, but for the bread-and-butter stuff, you're good. Honestly, both pull their weight here, so you know what? I'm calling it a tie. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know? Linode actually pioneered affordable VPS hosting for developers way back in 2003. Azure showed up 5 years later, and fun fact, now powers huge enterprises worldwide. Features and flexibility. Now it gets spicy. Azure is like walking into a candy store where you want literally everything. AI, databases, containers, IoT, if you dream it, the odds are Azure has it. All the operating systems, stacks, whatever you need. But yeah, sometimes it's so overwhelming that if you're just spinning up a blog, you're like, do I really need all this? Linode, meanwhile, focuses on what devs actually use. Compute, storage, load balancer, easy and not bloated. But I mean, don't expect wild stuff outside those core features, so if you crave every possible service, Azure wins this round. Let's talk support and community, because honestly, everyone been stuck at 2M Googling error codes. Azure has the full-on enterprise support, just be ready to shell out extra cash for it. Their docs are exhaustive, sometimes maybe too exhaustive, but the standard support for smaller guys can feel a little slow or like you're talking to a robot. Linode, though, people rave about their support. Fast replies, actual humans, no nonsense. Plus, their community's super active and it's easy to find clear answers or docs that don't go in circles. No big corporate support tiers, but honestly, for most use cases, Linode just feels friendlier. Now, security. Azure goes full enterprise armor, think GDPR, HIPAA, all those certifications. It's got the classic heavy-duty stuff, DDoS protection, firewalls, identity management, you name it. But managing security, especially if you're a small team, can get confusing real quick. Linode, not bad at all. Strong DDoS protection, security features baked in for VPS. But yeah, they don't check off as many compliance boxes as Azure. If your business needs those official checkmarks, Azure is definitely the safer bet. Integrations and ecosystem. This is where things get fancy if you want your cloud to play nice with other stuff. Azure, it's plugged into everything. Microsoft 365, GitHub, a gigantic app marketplace. Tons of third-party add-ons. Just the catch, some of those neat integrations need premium plans, so keep an eye out. Linode, it's got the basics. Connects up with dev tools and gives you an easy API, but yeah, the ecosystem is kind of a pond compared to Azure's ocean. Ecosystem Award, that's Azure. And now, ease of use, the part where no one wants to get a headache. Azure tries to keep things familiar with its portal UI, but for first-timers, the learning curve will smack you. Plus those little updates, they can change how stuff works from month to month. Linode, opposite vibe. Setup is fast, UI is minimalist but actually helpful and developers love it. If you're not technical, you'll still need to know your way around a VPS, but honestly, Linode is way less intimidating day to day. So, clear win there. Let's take a look at all those categories side by side. You'll see Azure dominates in global scale, features, security, and integrations. Linode shines at price, support, and being super easy for devs and small teams. It's a visual showdown between complexity and simplicity. Alright, so bottom line, if you just want pure simplicity, strong support, and great pricing for your web apps or projects, Linode's your friend. But if your business is big, needs fancy integrations, loads of compliance, or worldwide scale, honestly, Azure just delivers that enterprise cloud muscle. If you dug this breakdown, let me know your pick for cloud platform in the comments. And yeah, hit subscribe because we've got more cloud matchups coming up and some deep dives that'll make your next cloud project way easier.